there will be massive liquidity injection from all fronts coming from the US. The basis of this is very simple. Everyone knows US has a very heavy debt crisis that will only worsen as there is no solution. The only way that they can get themselves out of this is to inject massive liquidity using the money printer. The US Fed, the Federal Reserve, the central bank, will need to support the US government from defaulting and protect treasury bonds. Now, there are a few ways that they can do this. Number one, they can directly print money and turn on QE, which is the Federal Reserve balance sheet pivot. When that happens, it will be announced at one of the FOMC meetings, and subsequently we will see the US Federal Reserve net asset balance sheet start to increase. When this happens, it essentially means the central bank is printing money, they're buying up mortgage-backed securities and treasury bonds, and all that liquidity will flow into other risk-on assets. There are a couple other methods that the US government can use to devalue the price of dollar and thus create more liquidity for themselves. The result of any of these or all of them together is very clear. They will all lead to inflation. If you turn on the money printer directly and start to buy assets at the Federal Reserve level, that leads to inflation. If you devalue the price of the dollar against the treasury holdings of gold, that leads to inflation. If you suspend the SLR ratio, the banks can buy more and more bonds, and in turn that leads to inflation. Inflation leads to asset prices soaring, which is ultimately a good thing for crypto. To follow my Bitcoin trades, go to virtualbacon.com for a copy trading tutorial.